I'm your dungeon master, I'm your guide, I'm your travel companion on this fun little journey.
I mean, I'm not the best at being subtle about it.
Trying is all we can do. I do not do stealth. I do not do it.
Kind of specialize in not being found.
And welcome to Health Hits Experience!
Woo!
Welcome. I am your dungeon master, Brittany Lee, and these are my travel companions on this journey. Everyone say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
And we are about to get rockin' and rollin'. So, this is the first live episode. Welcome in. You are part of the experience now. If you haven't watched the intro video or the one-shot, they are on our YouTube channel. Please do. You will appreciate all of the things, all of the work we put into it, and there's more to come, so keep your eye out for that. But as we get started, we are going to be referencing things that have already happened. I will try to make sure we explain as much as we can. But this is the start of the adventure. Our crew has been together for some time, and we're about to rock and roll. So, let's just get started. As we get started, across the galaxy, broadcasts are played. They play very frequently, but it is informational. It is only what the people need to hear. The broadcast begins. Destruction on Bolgon. I'm standing here in front of what was once a secret Imperial R&D facility where 6 months ago a theft occurred. Sources say that a group of unknown burglars impersonated staff and made off with some type of prototype pirate hunter. They blew a hole out the side of the hangar and flew off into the night. The ship was last seen flying away from a destroyed boathouse on Bolgon's desert moon Rega, presumably having tested their new prize's weapons. The facility behind me, meanwhile, has packed and relocated to an undisclosed location on the planet Prilius. As you look at the broadcast, you see a map of the undisclosed location with the exact location on there. And then suddenly, the signal scrambles. And you see a very extreme close-up of a blue squid-like face. And this blue squid-like face goes, Is this thing on? Fuck yeah! What's up, Zolarian Prawns? Plasma Fangs here with our latest haul. Captain, you want to do the honors? And the camera turns, and there's a red, white, cat-like woman wearing a black tricorn hat, ears sticking out between the folds. Of course, Gilgar. Captain Smiting here to prove that the Zolarians aren't so powerful. In fact, we just finished up raiding a mining transport with its own supposed protective detail. Hit them just before their resupply, breaking all their engines, emptied their cargo hold, and let most of the lifeboats loose before striking all 3 ships. We got ores, we got fuel, we got industrial-grade equipment, and even a decent stock of weapons. And then as she's saying this, you see all of this. Camera pans. This is a POV of what is happening here. And there's footage from security cameras and footage from ship security cameras, and then it goes back to the pirates. And the squid-like man says, so if any of you are in the undermarket this week, remember to look out for the Plasma Fangs! All right. Broadcast ends. So, it's been 6 months since the whole debacle. What has been happening with the crew of Old Bessie? What's been going on?
Oh boy. Well, Hieronymus, you were in charge of the last mission. If you want to tell them about that whole thing that happened.
About that whole thing that happened. Which whole thing were we talking about?
Oh, you know, the whole thing with the Trites and the Keens and all of that.
Yeah, that's still, as I said, a work in progress. So.
Yeah, well, we'll get to it eventually. I know for a fact that Flux has been working on this old minivan-looking spaceship of sorts,
yes.
And he's been trying to add on things that it desperately needs. Hyperdrive is up and functioning by this point. We've got some cannons, which is always nice.
Coffee maker?
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Finally, we got the coffee maker. Oh, that one took forever.
Cyrus is the one that's been handling the creature comforts like the coffee maker. He's also made sure that things are a little bit more comfortable and given a few privacies so people don't try to kill each other in close quarters.
Okay, what does that mean? Like, are you like setting up like boxes around people, or what's happening?
No, he has done things, like, for example, there are beds available. He has made sure that the coffee machine was in there.
Mm-hmm.
He has even gone so far as making sure that there are padding on the chairs so it's not as miserable to sit down in, because they were a little bit bare bones when they first got it.
What does that look like? Are we going like into, so like I assume it sounds like we've got shopping trips happening here at least. So is it just like shiny bits are being traded? Is that what's happening? You're like, oh, this is a nice floral pattern. I'll put it on the chair.
Well, he did try to find not as floral of a pattern, but he ended up getting the space cheetah print instead.
Okay.
It's bright blue because that was the only other one available.
Yeah, but that's
Space
what
cheetah.
space cheetahs look like.
Yeah, those guys are much.
Now, is it
rarer.
real space cheetah or just a print?
It is real space
Okay.
cheetah, only the
Oh, wow.
best.
No, we don't want to
It
get
took
that
it took a lot of his shiny bits
Yeah.
and a few actual trites to get that, but
Yeah. Okay.
But in the meantime, that cost us a little bit of money. So we had to go on a few journeys every once in a while. You know, some of them various heists and the like, impersonating certain individuals, having rather well-known Zolarians stop by alone so that we can get things off of them. But that's been keeping us up barely scraping by.
But you're scraping by. We've got old Bessie at least floating. What else has been going on in the past 6 months?
Pearl has been making sure that the life forms stay alive.
Thank you, Pearl.
Thanks, Pearl.
Have you eaten today?
No.
Okay, I do have a question about Pearl's storage capabilities. So is it just like storage? Do you have like a little fridge in there? Like what's in there?
Her armor and her weapons are integrated into her body, which is just kind of part of what Warforged do.
Yeah.
And then there's like a little compartment, like just under her chest where she can store things. And if you want to get into like the specifics about what it is it's a bag of holding that I have integrated into her, and she keeps like snacks in there. And I'm talking like Cliff Bars and shit, like shit that you can just have in there for forever.
That you throw in your purse.
Yeah.
Got
Something
it.
gives you
Galactic
energy.
string cheese.
Yeah.
A little moldy.
Pull out
Juice
an
box.
MRE or something.
Oh, perfect.
What's Hieronymus up to?
I figure while everybody else is doing upgrades on the ship, whether it's adding technical weaponry or creature comforts, Hieronymus is probably the one who is going around and trying to scrape together enough cash to fund all of this. So and also tracking down leads on what happened to the rotten bastard that double crossed us on the ship stealing job,
Sure.
and left us here on old Bessie rather than the incredibly high-tech ship we thought we were stealing. So he's doing all that kind of
Such a
stuff.
nice
He's going
Yeah.
around tracking down leads and scraping up cash.
Are you doing this on your own, or are you involving everybody?
I imagine that there's probably situations where everybody needs to be involved in jobs that come up, whether we're doing a little ship transport type of hauling stuff or whatever in old Bessie as we are making the upgrades to make it combat ready, or running scams and grifts and that sort of thing, or what have you. But it's all pretty much small penny ante stuff, as we're not equipped yet to take on something huge
Yeah.
No.
at this point.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
We're all poor, is what we're trying to say.
dirt poor and everything's going into the project.
Yep.
I have no idea what that's inspired by.
Oh wow, that hits close to home, Rob.
Okay. So we've got some shopping trips. We've got some money trips. We've got making. So Pearl, where are you getting all these foods? Are you getting them from the shopping trips?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whenever
no,
I
we
need
pick
to
up things she asks us
restock.
to get,
Please
or she
pick
goes
up.
shopping for us. I don't know.
A
Yeah.
protein bar.
I require
Depends
50
where we
pieces of sustenance, please.
Okay, excellent. So the goal, as I see it, the crew of Old Bessie is after is obtaining the scimitar. I assume back or
Also
to-
getting revenge.
Yeah, also
Revenge.
gag
Yeah,
that
revenge.
guy.
Screw that blobby guy.
Well, Cyrus just wants to ship.
Cyrus just wants the ship.
What was his name again?
Dev.
Dev. Yeah, we got to
Dev.
get revenge on Dev.
Okay, so the scimitar is our goal, right, from the likes of it, and also getting off of Old Bessie. And as you are doing these small jobs and staying afloat and making sure that Old Bessie runs and has a coffee maker and all that stuff,
Priorities.
priorities.
That was the first thing
It
we
was
got
the
in that
first
ship.
thing
Very
that
first
Flux
thing.
asked for. There's a constant reference to Pearl's downloaded schematic, because when we were on the scimitar for the first time, Pearl plugged in with a 22 and just downloaded the schematic of the scimitar. So the scimitar is a prototype ship, so it wasn't ready to go anywhere. It flew, it could do like a couple test missions, but it was missing bigger parts
Like
to
the
make
shield
it.
generator. Like the shield generator.
Shield generator.
But not the guns.
It's missing a shield generator. It's missing the hyperdrive regulator, and it's missing a cloaking device. So these are all things that you know from Pearl's information. What are we doing with that information? Who has like really zoned in on that? Because I assume this side of the table is
The
very
engineering
interested-
half of the
Yeah, the
table.
engineering half is really interested in what's going on over there.
I think, well, so we're trying to find this thing. I imagine we've had Pearl just keep sort of checking, like pinging the radar like
Yeah.
every day to see if there's anything even remotely close within the nearest sector, kind of thing. But I think Flux is actually more concerned with getting this thing that we currently have working.
Okay.
Scimitar sounds great. Maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll kill Dev.
Yeah.
Maybe. But right now we have this tiny ship.
Sure.
And we're gonna make it work.
And also
Cyrus,
barely surviving. so-
Yes.
Cyrus would have definitely, like, at some of the higher capacity, I don't want to say higher, fancier ports, he would have asked around, seeing if they'd seen any, like, unusual or newer ships, but, like, ships that were lacking things, or people that were buying specific items, like the generator or the hypershift drive.
Yeah, definitely keeping the ear to the underground to see
Yeah.
if somebody is going through. You can't just walk into the local shipyard and buy this stuff.
Right.
For this.
Yeah.
So there's somebody. So yeah, checking like all the black market contacts that anybody might have, trying to find out if somebody's been looking into buying these and using that as a way to kind of sort of track where they are and what the process is as we're working on making our own ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Space
And
worthy.
also trying not to be seen at all ever by
Right.
anybody of importance.
Right. So Hyrannus is reaching out. Cyrus is reaching out. Flux, do you have any contacts that you're reaching out
I
to?
probably have a few contacts, but it's not the buyers and sellers for the most part.
Okay.
It's other engineers.
Sure. Okay.
But these are people that might maybe have sold these parts, but it's iffy, and there's so few of us, so it feels unlikely.
I do
Worth,
have
worth
a-
a few checks.
I have a feeling that Cyrus's contacts and Hieronymus's contacts are probably like two very different sides of the coin
very
as well.
different. Pearl, do you have any contacts?
I don't know if Pearl would have contacts per se, more so the ability to just kind of like tap into shit.
Yeah, that.
You know?
We all know what you mean when you do this.
Plug in.
Yeah, in the way that she plugged into the ship.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
nothing here, moving on.
So you're essentially like a big Google.
Yeah, I'm just like a
search.
walking Google.
She's the computer.
The computer.
Kind of like
Excellent.
R2D2, but they don't have to beep out everything that she says.
Also, R2D2 didn't have a sword. But that's just
That's
an important
true.
distinction.
Or
that
snacks,
we have ever
for
seen
that
yet
matter.
in the movies.
So that's one of the deleted scenes.
Star Wars 5000. R2D2 gets a sword.
He'd be too powerful.
Yeah.
It would be very powerful. Okay. So there's some contacts we've reached out to. I'm curious who's reached out to who. So I'm going to kind of explain the contacts that have definitely been looking. So the first one that has been reached out to is Grigelli, who is an older lady, a magma creature, got a lot of jobs, very much that like funneling of the jobs, but they're high profile, high risk, high reward jobs. I don't know who kind of would be.
I mean, that feels like you.
Yeah,
I was
that
gonna
Yeah,
say.
so it's like a lava creature fixer type of
Yeah,
situation?
yeah.
All right, lava fixer.
So that's Grigelli. Then there's
How do you spell, what is that? Gregelli?
Grigelli, Grigelli. Anything you don't like, you can blame on Colorado Brown.
Thanks, Colorado.
I had that almost spelled right.
So, and then the next contact that's definitely been reached out to is Umal, who is forearmed, fast talking, always on the go. Jobs are very time sensitive, contraband that needs to be moved in a very narrow time frame.
Seems like quick money.
Yeah, that seems probably more like Cyrus.
Cyrus's, okay. And then the last contact that's definitely been reached out to is Magella, who is a Zalarian seal. Almost feels like a flux contact there.
Yeah, probably.
So,
Somebody on the inside.
yep. So those are the 3 contacts that have definitely been reached out to. So we're on our little fishing vessel that was never meant to be a long-term transport for living situations.
Nope.
What are we doing? What's going on?
I'm gonna come up to like the top deck. I assume people are up there for the most part during the day, as we're just sort of looking around.
The day, we're in space.
Where
Your
we have
cycle,
we
your
have a
sleep
clock,
cycle.
and the clock means nothing. Like every time we land, we have to change it. But right now, the clock says it's daytime, so we're walking around.
Humans need.
Well, I'll be moving into like the main area out of my little tiny cramped like boiler room that I've been living in practically. So I'll be honest and say that our fuel capacity is not doing very well. We're gonna have to land soon, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to refill. We're gonna need a new job. As much as I hate putting my neck out there. Anybody heard anything good recently over the comms?
I haven't heard much right now. It sadly has been kind of silent, honestly.
Ugh. Why can't living in space and being against the law be easier than it is? Wait, I think I answered my own question. Never mind. Well, if nobody has anything to do, I'm going to start working on one of these cannons. It's unfortunately been overheating a lot lately. Just going to sort of crouch down, pull out a bunch of tools, get to work.
We should be coming up on a new planet soon if you wish to stop.
Just going to stop tinkering for a second. Do you know what the planet is?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, since I was like, well, it's not labeled, so
Really, your screen says nothing. I mean, that doesn't bode well for having supplies. If there's no
There's-
living person there, it's not going to matter.
there's a planet there. It's picking up planet and it's picking up some sort of transmission, but it does not have a label.
Gonna peek over. Cyrus, that screen is broken. That does not work. That might be our problem.
Well, I'm
Who else
picking up
wants to land?
So as you're talking about this, your long distance comm rings on the dash.
Hello.
It goes beep beep boop 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 boop.
You want to answer that? Because I don't want to go on the comms this time.
Yeah.
Hieronymus picks it up.
Picks up the call.
As whom?
You just have that? I had no idea.
Hello, who is this?
Hello, who is this?
It's Gregelli. What do you want?
Gregelli. Oh, yeah, I was trying to reach you there.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I got your ping.
So you got a job for us here?
I got
we're,
a
we're
job.
looking for some work.
All right. Well, it's you know what kind of work it's gonna be.
The kind that pays real well.
Yeah. Oh well, if you do it right. If you don't, Yeah. So I got a wealthy inventor. Can retrofit some shield gens, but it's gonna take a little bit of a job. It's gonna be a competitor of hers who has a piece of art from Kudatume, and all you gotta do is just acquire the art.
So acquire a piece of art from Kudatume.
No. From the competitor.
From the competitor. The art is originally from
It's
Kudatume.
from Kudatume. So
Right.
Why it's like hot on the market right now.
Sure. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you want to send over any other details you got on the job for us, and
Yeah. I'll send it right. Now. Is this the line that I can send it to? Is this a closed?
yeah, this is this a secure line?
I'm gonna sort of look up from the cannon, which is currently smoking, by the way. Does it have to be? I can make it a secure line if you need it.
It'd probably be best if it was a secure line, seeing as how we're outlaws and everything.
You probably have a point, yeah.
That was unnecessary.
My apologies. Pearl says I have to say I'm sorry, so I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I gotta go to work.
All right. Give me like a lamb shake, and it'll be sent over to you.
All right, sounds good. Also include the prospective payment details, what we can expect in exchange remuneratorily for this job.
Yeah, you can fax it to us. We do have a working fax machine.
All right.
That is a secure line.
I will. Yeah. A fax. What are we living in the Dark Ages?
No, we're on a ship with a fax machine. That's why we need money to upgrade.
I hear you. All right, you got it. Don't worry. I'm gonna go now. Okay, goodbye.
It came with the ship.
Really
It's not
can't,
like I went and bought a fax machine. It just kind of ended up there.
you really can't get any more secure though, because no one uses it anymore.
No, they do not. I'll start working on making this a secure line because we haven't been getting contacts recently, so it hasn't been relevant. I'm gonna start getting to work on that.
After that, could you also fix the screen so we know where we're going?
I'm not the one that broke it.
It
I'm not the
appears
one
as
who broke
though
it
you
either.
may be getting hangry. It
Pearl-
must be time for sustenance. And she'll pull out a bar and won't not hold it at you until you take it and take a bite.
One of my long purple tentacles is gonna just slowly grab it, pull it away, put it in the coat.
Which is getting bigger and bigger with all the bars.
I have
in
a
there.
bunch of different stuff. I keep throwing the bars off the side.
Space bars.
When Pearl's not looking.
Okay, so we get the fax machine working apparently.
No, the fax machine was already working. Our comms line needed to be secured.
Secured. Got it.
The
All right.
fax machine is pristine.
Okay, great, excellent. So so the information comes through. It's really what she said. It's not a payment job, it's a trade job.
Okay.
So if you take this job and you acquire the artwork from the competitor for Trilla, the wealthy inventor, you will get shield generators retrofitted for the ship that you were looking for. Specifically because the shield generators that she would have aren't fit for the scimitar, so they would need to be customized specifically. So
We could always use a shield generator.
that comes through. It actually spits out of the fax and comes through on the comm line.
The nice thing about fax machine is we get these little nice manila folder dossiers, which I can actually appreciate before a mission. Just saying.
My favorite thing about the fax machine is turning the volume up so you can hear the obnoxious noise that the fax machine makes.
Yeah, no, it takes probably 10 minutes. We're all just staring at it. It's going really slowly.
There's extra pages that don't need to be there.
It's got those holes on the side that you have to rip
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
It's a very
Beautiful.
tactile experience. I love this space world
We're doing
building.
great.
This is very good. Okay, so that information comes through. And as you're sitting around looking at the pages of okay, so this is who the inventor is. This is where the planet is. This is how far it is. We got to get an artwork and blah blah blah. You get another call on the comms.
If the audio sounds a little weird, it's not quite done yet, so just don't worry about that. I'm just gonna keep
All right.
working.
Yellow.
Wait. I'm gonna attach some wires. Are we good?
Hey, this is Uma. Who is this?
This is the guy who answered the phone that you called here. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for Cyrus.
Yeah, Cyrus. Is there anybody here by the name of Cyrus?
Cyrus walks over and he's like, and he's like,
Good code name. I keep working on stuff.
hello.
It's Umal.
Hey,
I don't have a lot of time.
what's going on?
I can direct you to a hyperdrive regulator. It's a very specific regulator, but it needs to be converted. Okay? So I can
Alright.
get you to it, but I cannot change it for you. But I can tell you where it needs to go. So it is on the interstellar train. You know the one. You know the
Yep.
one? Yeah. So you no. You cannot grab it at the stops. They are too guarded, all right? Now it's gonna come at a light speed around the star Vivarium, all right? It's gonna come out of the light speed. It's a long train. You know this. It's 1,000 cars long, which is why I like it. It's just such a beautiful opportunity.
Yes,
Anyways,
yes.
it gives you about a 3-minute window to get on board. It's not guarded when it comes right out of light speed. But if you do this for me, which I know you will, but I'm gonna need something from the cargo hold. I'm not even gonna tell you what it is until you take this job on. I will send all of the things. Is this a secure line that I can send it through?
Well, it's a secure line now, but we also do have that fax machine.
Yeah, we
Alright.
have a fax machine.
All right, a fax machine. I'll send over the fax. I'm glad this is a thing that is happening right now. So I will send you over the fax with all the information and the schematics, okay? I don't care if you
Fantastic.
got the schematics. I know you already have these. I gave you a job like 5, skips and leaps ago that has schematics in it like that. But they've upgraded the train since then. Anyways, hyperdrive regulator, you get it, you can take it. Now, if you do this, I need the thing from the cargo hold. I'm gonna go. Have a good day. Goodbye.
All right.
Dang,
Umal's got things to do.
I think the secure line thing will be up in a few minutes.
It's okay. We'll be getting it from fax.
Oh, right. That's good then.
But we have the hyperdrive. We just need to go get it and grab something else. It's coming through fax in probably 10 minutes.
I can't believe we haven't gotten calls for like 3 weeks and we get 2 on the same day within 10 minutes. The odds of that, right?
It
Weird.
seems suspicious.
It does. I should get the secure line up.
So fax comes through, and
Slowly.
and it's like a schematic, like a blueprint. So it's like
Fantastic.
really detailed. It's gonna take way longer. But there's this interstellar train. Everything that Umal was saying comes out of light speed around the star Vivarium. It's got a hyperdrive regulator on the train. Because the train is so long, it needs to be like every 20 or so cars needs to have a hyperdrive regulator in it so that it doesn't like crash into each other as it's going through hyperdrive.
That makes sense.
So, but all of the stops on this train that it actually takes are very guarded, like way past your pay grade. But it does come out of light speed,
Yeah.
around Vivarium, and so you can get on board about 3 minutes. Umal does not tell you what he wants from the cargo hold, but it's gonna be cool, I guess.
Better hope
You'll know.
find it.
Yeah, I
when
feel
you
like Cyrus
see
working
it.
with him would know what
Yeah.
he's looking for.
Yeah, well, and then the other thing too is with Umal specifically is like he will give you as many details as needed to like hook you, but then he'll give you the rest when you're like, yeah, I'll take this job. Like, okay, cool. Now I've got to go do a burlesque show because Umal asked me to.
Was that on the dossier?
No, this is something Cyrus has experienced before.
right, yeah.
Experienced before.
Right, so I guess we have the option of 2 different things we could do right now. Anybody have any preference between it? What is it?
What are
Art
we
theft?
getting from Cyrus's dude?
We get the hyperdrive.
Hyperdrive regulator. So Gregelli has offered you a person who can retrofit a shield generator. Again, all of this is stuff that you've been looking for the Scimitar.
Yeah.
And then Umal is letting you know that there are some really good hyperdrive regulators on the light
So this
speed
isn't
train.
even stuff that we get for the ship we're currently in.
No.
So I guess it doesn't really matter which one we go for first.
That's true, actually.
Does not matter. As you're talking
Well,
about it some
unless
more.
there's a time pressure, like this thing's only coming out of
Oh right, your
Yeah.
light
dude is
speed at one
Mr. like
point in
Right.
time.
Yeah.
time
so
sensitive, so
Yeah.
I guess we'll do that.
And we're just trying to have these so that maybe we might get in contact with them and try to trade or something and then stab them.
Yes.
That's the concept. Okay.
Naturally.
Right. I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page.
And then after we stab them, we will now have the scimitar and we'll have the stuff we need for it. So this is win-win-win.
Yeah.
Question for all of you. We've only really been working together, and if, correct me if I'm wrong, out of a desire for mutual revenge.
Right.
So what are you all going to do after we get the scimitar? Are you keep flying around? Are we going to drop some people off on some planets? Or
Well, I would be happy flying that ship, so, I mean, you want to stay together, I'll fly the ship for you.
Who would get the ship?
I mean, technically we'd all have it, sort of.
Right, but if we didn't stick together,
So we have to stick together so that we can mutually share this ship so that we all get something equal out of it.
Until we make enough money with the new ship that one person can buy everybody else's shares out and go their way with the ship.
Right, because we can do better jobs.
Yeah.
Okay, I
it's a
follow it.
process.
Personally, I'm
we're
just
going
sticking
for the
around for the
long
cliff
haul.
bars.
Really? That's the entire reason?
That's totally it.
Wow.
They're
We
quite
are
delicious
scraping
if
the
you'd
bottom
actually
of
try
the barrel.
Beep,
Things have
boop,
not been
beep,
going well for
beep,
us.
Boop, beep,
Oh, okay.
beep, boop, beep,
uh.
beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, beep, boop.
I'm
Yellow.
not answering it.
This call is not taking place.
All right, see ya.
But I must speak with Flux.
Is there anybody here by the name of Flux?
No, but there's somebody that knows him.
There's nobody here by the name of Flux, because that would be the name of a wanted criminal. We would not admit to knowing anybody by that name. But I do have a guy you can talk to who may have something to do that could pass a message. I don't know here.
I'll take the comm, which apparently just looks like an old, cord phone.
It's
you're right.
retro.
Hi, who am I talking to?
I am not talking to anybody here by the name of Flux, to a man named Magella.
You have always been so blunt. Right, what is it you need?
Got word that there's a refugee engineer in hiding on Forel. He would be of great help to our cause.
Refugee engineer? Mm-hmm. On which planet?
Forel?
Forel, got it. I'm writing it down. Sorry, give me a second. I have to find a pen. I don't know why we have pens. I have this thing on my arm I can use. I'm just going to start tapping things in. We have such a terrible mix of technology here. Please tell me this job pays well.
If you recruit him to our cause, I will pay him to build you a cloaking device under the qualifications you have provided to me.
Right. All right. Question. How much are we going to have to persuade this man? Is he for or against what you're trying to do?
I do not think he knows.
Right, okay, so lots of persuasion then. Right, well, we can try to do something along those lines. Is there a time limit on this sort of thing?
We are having a hard time locating him. It would be better if we locate him first.
Right, you're just trying to get me interested then. I mean, I can appreciate that. I will try to think about it as we're doing other things. Thanks for the job, Magella.
Great. We never had this conversation.
Right, never. See ya. He is such an odd individual. But, there's sort of formalities and stuff.
Solarian seals, all that stuff.
I try not to talk to Zalarians too much, but he's, not exactly the straightest arrow.
So we got 3 potential jobs then is what, so feast or famine, we're at the feast stage of the,
Well, sort of. This job is probably going to take a few weeks to come online, but it's something to think about.
all right.
You say that, and the fax machines start spitting out stuff.
Do you know when that other job you got needed to be done?
I mean, so I go over and grab the pile of fax paper and start looking through to see if there's a time range on the job from Grigelli.
Grigelli likes things done in a timely manner, so it's not necessarily like that the art is going to disappear, but just if you take on the job, it needs to be done pretty quickly. As you all are talking, Pearl, with your infinite Google knowledge, You get a broadcast that isn't being sent to like the main broadcast. It's being sent to kind of the tabs that the Zolarians keep on things. And essentially, it's a scan of all of the stuff that the Plasma Fangs stole, and it's the style of things that have been stolen. You use your algorithms in your mind. The numbers appear around your face,
Matrix, like numbering.
yeah, the style of items and the type of job that they just pulled is very reminiscent of jobs that Dev has asked everybody to do in the past. Because Dev doesn't get his hands dirty.
Right, naturally.
Naturally. The whole reason why you were trying to steal the ship in the first
I
place.
mean, he's already an ooze. You wouldn't want to add extra stuff to that.
Yeah, it's too... you don't want lint in that.
No. Imagine trying to get that out.
Take forever. And so that information becomes clear to you.
After Pearl going completely still for a minute,
That's just what Pearl does. We're
Yeah.
just used to it.
she would turn back to everyone and be like, I think we might have a problem.
Why is that?
If I had to take an educated guess, I would say that the plasma things are working for Dev.
Alright, yeah, that's bad. They don't know we're alive yet, as far as we're aware.
No, but they have been acquiring many materials for him.
Great. Well, he's just gonna keep expanding his empire then. Good to know. It's something we have to be on the watch out for.
I mean, if they don't think we're alive, I think I've managed to avoid the plasma fangs for most of my existence. I'm proud of. We could try to go see what they've got.
I haven't had many dealings with them yet. Only a few various bits and pieces.
They weren't the ones that put up that stream, were they?
They were the ones that took over the broadcast.
Yeah.
So they are the most recent.
Yeah, so they already
faces.
told us everything.
Well,
well, maybe not everything, but...
And just as a reminder too, so Pirates taking over the broadcast is to keep their notoriety, so that the public sides with them in a certain way.
Stay famous.
Stay famous, so you don't die, because the Zolarians will just
Snuff you out, yep.
snuff you out.
We have all the dossiers at this
Yes,
point.
yes.
We could do any of them. Even this one that he said would take a little bit. Just all the information he sends.
Yeah, I mean, it'll just be more coded information because it's not coming from him, right?
Yeah, of course.
But there's definitely some. So in the original that he's sending you, that the engineer is like a refugee and is in hiding. He is very skilled, super skilled. Would be super helpful to the resistance.
Do I have a name for this guy?
He does not tell you right away, so
Alright, so
that
that's-
might come later.
I have to wait on.
But he knows that this engineer can build you the cloaking device that you're looking for specifically. And so he wins, you win. Everybody's happy.
If anybody has a preference, please state it now. My preference for this is that we get something that makes our ship better, so we have less of a chance of dying when we go to do something else. That makes sense to you?
But
I mean,
technically, none of these street jobs
Yeah.
are going to make this ship better. I mean,
Well, actually, if we can get that engineer, he'll build us a cloaking device. That will make our ship better.
It is for you provide a Magella with the qualifications for the scimitar. So you
So
could,
all of this
but it would
stuff-
be the wrong size.
yeah, this is all
Yeah.
stuff for the scimitar, right? So
Ugh.
this is all. Yeah, none of these jobs are going
But
to increase
could
old
we put it in
Bessie.
Bessie?
Old Bessie.
Old Bessie's still just going to be a bathtub flying through space.
Ugh.
Well,
We can't even upgrade the ship. It's too out of
Little
date.
coffee.
I'm trying to make us less likely to die, and I can't even do it.
No.
well, I mean, if we know or if we believe that the plasma fangs are working for Dev, then either they go missing and probably were killed off by him, or we'd be able to possibly follow them later, figure stuff out later, or they die.
Or they die.
Or they die, and that's, less competition.
I say we take the train job. The train job's got a definite time that it's going to happen, so we know exactly when that's going to occur. The other ones we can kind of work around our schedule, but that one seems to be locked into a specific time and place that we have to hit it.
And we don't want to miss that.
Yeah, so I say we should plan on doing that job,
All right, I can
knowing
get
when it
behind that.
is. The other ones we can work around.
I agree, but I am a little bit biased, so.
And also, while we're on the train, if we get the thing we're supposed to get and we happen to see other stuff that looks like stuff we could use,
And nobody else happens to be using it. Yeah. I can get down with that. Let's do it
Pearl,
then.
what do you think?
It's the most logical.
Ha!
No, I was agreeing with you.
No, but I was the most logical.
Oh, right. Well, Pearl has
Thank you,
a
Pearl.
large amount of damage on herself, so I wouldn't exactly trust her judgment.
That's rude.
That was. a bit
You owe
rude.
Pearl an apology.
Calling out damage is a little bit rude.
You should probably call your friend back. I have work to get back to.
All right, Cyrus is going to call back.
Okay, you call him back, and there's a voice memo like, Uma, leave a message.
We're taking the job.
That would
This
be
is
it.
how
yeah.
you and Uma get along
Yep.
so well.
Cyrus just
time for
gets it.
pleasantries.
Very straightforward, yes.
All right. So you are headed to the Star of Vivarium. And it's gonna be Flux, you're trying. The hyperdrive is just not
Yeah, that thing is just
jiving
been
with you today.
not working for weeks.
Yeah. So it's the slow head out. So as we head out, let's chat a little bit. What's going on? What are we who goes where? We're on the ship.
I mean, I'm trying to get that hyperdrive working.
Yeah, okay.
Completely failing on me, and I'm annoyed about it.
Cyrus is piloting while Flux is messing around with the engines and getting a little bit salty. Like,
Yeah, the ship is definitely
Flux, can you get it fixed a little bit faster?
You know, for the fact that I'm the only person on the ship that's doing this, and I'm not exactly getting paid, it's fine. You can deal with it. This thing is extremely, extremely fragile, and if I push the wrong button, the whole thing's gonna explode.
I can tell you did not eat your sustenance.
Pearl, not now. I'm not having a great day.
Do you need
It's
coffee?
probably because you're angry.
The coffee machine broke 3 weeks ago!
coffee machine turns on and starts spitting out just water.
Not now.
As we're hanging out on the ship, there's a beeping on the radar.
Oh shit.
Beep 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 beep, and there is an odd thing happening on this radar. And before we
What
get
is
to
that?
describe what's going on the radar, we're gonna take a break. Yeah, cliffhanger.
Oh boy. Dog do
and that
it.
gives us time to be prepared. Gauntlet up. Anyways, I don't know what that
Gauntlet?
means. That's nothing.
Space
Don't
gloves.
listen to me. Do listen to me though. We're gonna go on a break, and we will be back in 10 minutes. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you in 10.
See ya.
Welcome back to Health Hits Experience. What is on the radar? Who will they do things next? That was not a sentence at all.
Who will they do things next? Got it. I'm on board,
That's
Brittany.
a crazy space talk.
That's pirate talk. Who will they do things next? Yeah, it's not like I talk professionally or anything. Anyways, so before we begin this next section of the show, we have a request to talk about our characters a little bit. So why don't we kind of go this way and talk a little bit about who your character is, what they look like, and what they're doing right now as the radar is beeping.
Me?
Yeah, so you.
That's me.
That's you.
I know that guy. Hello, everybody. I am playing Flux, who is an artificer, who we're calling a biohybrid, which is a reflavoring of another D&D race called the Simic Hybrid. He is like a blue-skinned, aquatic-looking humanoid with a strange mix of bits, sort of like fins along his face, claws on his fingers, a set of 8 tentacles sprouting from his back, and these strange reddish markings sort of going over his whole body. You also see he's got this long, tumbling green hair that almost looks like seaweed, and he always looks uncomfortable, just all the time. He's not good at talking to people.
All right. I play Cyrus. He is a Sposmer who is a reskin of a Osmer, and he is pretty tall at 6'8". He is rather big. He has, I guess, hoofed feet, topaz blue eyes that are slitted like lizards, bronze skin, and he has dark red hair that's kind of buzz cut, not unlike the military. He is missing his left leg, and he has a prosthetic. Currently, what he's doing is he is staring at the slightly broken screen and getting ready to tell everyone that, hey, we got something coming up on the radar.
Flex is in the engine room, by the way. I forgot to mention
Okay.
that he's super angry right now, so he's just sort of rage building.
You didn't eat any of the bars.
I am very reluctantly eating one.
Okay, good.
You know, you're gonna feel.
Antidepressants.
That's how I sneak you your meds every day.
Flex
I did it with
probably
the kids. I do it with you.
It's like a dog where you just mix it in it like
yeah.
a bowl.
They don't even taste it. Like,
Yeah.
gone.
That's how Flex eats.
Yeah. I believe it.
It's not.
Okay. I'm playing Pearl, who is a warforged wizard blade singer. She is 6 feet tall, pure white, with markings on her to make her almost look like painted china. She does have almost elven ears, but they're not functioning. They're just there to be pretty. She can hear, but that's not what they're for. She would simply be standing there, frankly, just waiting for someone to tell her what to do, because that's how these nanny droids work.
Yep.
And Hieronymus Bibble is a shapeshifter, which is a reskin of the changeling race from D&D, and basically their shtick is that they can change appearance, look like other people. Hieronymus's background is as a con man, a grifter, prior to taking up this life of more active piracy. And
He's purple.
he's kind of purplish.
Yeah.
In,
For now.
in base form, yeah.
In base form, yeah. He's kind of purplish.
What's Hieronymus doing right now?
Hieronymus is looking at the screen along with Cyrus there, trying to figure out what the heck is going on with these pinging radar beepy things, whether it's a danger to us that needs to be avoided or something else that needs to be looked at.
Well, unfortunately, it is a danger.
Ah.
So that means
Dang.
we're all going to have to
Danger
roll
arousing.
initiative for
Ah!
me,
crap.
please, and thank you.
We just got here.
I know, we just got here. But the fun part about this is that we get to talk a little bit about our ship-to-ship combat, our deck-to-deck combat. So, we are on spaceships in a way, but they're also, fantasy spaceships. But anyways, the point of this is when two ships kind of are going to come in contact with each other, there's 2 phases. So we've got ship-to-ship combat and deck-to-deck combat. During ship-to-ship, each square is 25 feet. Each player is going to act on the ship's initiative, taking one of the ship's actions or one of their own actions. A player in the pilot seat, Cyrus, can move the ship up to its speed in any direction, including up or down, and in addition to ship or PC actions, can take pilot actions like the dash, dodge, hide, or tumble actions using the ship stats, which you should all have.
Yes.
Other pilot actions may be available, and then enemy ships take 1 regular action.
Can we? I'm sorry to interrupt,
Yeah.
but can we take just 1 second? Because I know that I have only the vaguest idea of what Old Bessie actually looks like. Maybe we
Yeah.
could describe that
Yeah.
for the audience as well.
So the idea is like our world shipping, fishing vessel. So like a boat, an actual fishing boat that's got like landing docks, a mast, and some kind of solar sails that come out the side of it. It's got two layers to it, essentially. You've got the upper deck and the lower deck, where there's a lot of cool things. I say cool things. There's a coffee maker, like cool. That's
The
neat.
coolest thing.
Coolest things.
And a fax machine.
And a
Chris.
fax machine. There's some cannons.
State of the art.
There's some cannons. There's a cargo bay. There's some bunks. There's the engine. So it's very small. It's not made for long-term travel. It's not made for 4 people to be living. Well, 3. Excuse me, Pearl. To be living and sleeping. Pearl does not sleep. As
No.
far
She's
as,
not
as far as
alive either.
She is told us.
Not technically.
Not technically alive. So imagine, if you will, space being the ocean, but we've got solar sails and we've got cannons and we've got fax machines on
you can go up.
board. And you can go up. Yes, that is the fun thing about this. You can go every axis, which is very exciting.
And
we
does the
go to
ship
Plaid?
itself have some kind of a gravity bubble with a little atmosphere around it, so we can be on the outside of the ship on the decks? You talk about ship to ship, deck to
Yes.
deck
So
combat.
so there's a gravity engaged on the ship, but if you get off of the ship itself, it disengages from you.
Right.
So think Treasure Planet is the idea here. Um,
Got it.
So
So perfectly accurate to normal space travel.
yes, this is the type of space travel we're doing.
Got it. Just had to be sure.
Is what we've got. Okay, so what did we get for initiative here?
To be clear, we are all rolling our own initiative. Does the ship have its own initiative?
Yes, the ship does have its own initiative.
Okay.
And the ship rolled a 20.
Great. I rolled 21.
Okay.
I wasted my nat 20 on this. I got a 19.
Okay, 19.
I got a 6.
Oh no,
Pearl's
Pearl.
in stasis.
No one told her what to do yet, so she's just vibing.
Get
Just
to it.
vibing. So it's
And I got a 17.
okay.
I'm fine.
You're
Everything's fine.
fine. Pearl doesn't have to do much. Okay, so right now we're in ship to ship.
What even is that thing?
We're gonna
I
find
saw the
out. You're not close enough to see though. So
I'm also
Do
underneath
we
the
want
deck,
to be
so-
close enough?
do we
want to
be
them?
closer to see what's happening? Okay, so we're gonna go. So this is how it's gonna go. It's going to go Flux, Cyrus, Hieronymus, the unknown ship, Pearl.
Good. Great.
That's how it's gonna go. We all have the stats for Old Bessie, so if you want to control Old Bessie during this time, you can. In theory, you should be able to, but I did not make this map because I am not talented like Jesse is.
Well,
and
imagination.
Colorado together really made this possible. Okay, so Flux, what
It's
we
like a
doing?
scrungly circle.
Oh, really? It's a scrungly little circle.
So Flux is not driving this thing.
No.
And I don't even see what the thing is because I'm below the deck. But I heard there was something happening. So I'm just gonna sort of smack one of the pipes next to me, and I'm gonna twist a knob, and I'm gonna turn on the shield generators.
Okay,
It's gonna
turn-
boost shields.
Boost
Percussive
shield.
maintenance.
Yes, go ahead.
Let me just roll those d4s real quick. Wow, 3.
Okay. Excellent. So that puts us at we'll it's you don't need to add anything to it because we haven't taken damage, but
Nope.
that's fine. Okay, so you
I can't do anything else.
yeah, you can't really do much of anything else.
Just getting that ready to go.
Cyrus, what's happening?
Cyrus looks at the screen, which is broken, so can't see that much of it, and says over the comments like, Not to alarm anyone, but it looks like we do have incoming. Just be ready for anything.
Ready. Okay, so you're gonna just use your turn to prep everyone.
Prep everyone.
Are you moving old Bessie at all?
Gonna move old Bessie forward at
Okay.
a slower speed than we have been going.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Perfect. So you can move like 1 square forward. So we'll just put you a little forward there.
There we go.
Excellent. Cool. Hieronymus, what's happening?
So Hieronymus is going to. We still don't have any kind of visual identification on this thing, right?
You
as far
can
as,
just see the radar. You're not quite
Yeah.
close enough to see it in person yet.
Can we open a hailing frequency?
Sure.
We'll open a hailing frequency, and Hieronymus does like a kind of a weird throat thing, and the voice that comes out is dramatically different from what you know Hieronymus to be, and it says, "Attention, unknown ship. This is fishing vessel 47B/6. Please identify yourself."
Roll me persuasion.
It's very demanding for a fishing vessel.
I love it. Like, that fishing vessel was commandeered by somebody in the military.
This is a fishing vessel.
This is a fuck around
If
and
you look up
find
the
out
numbers of our fishing vessel, you will find nothing, but don't try that.
Oh yeah, that's cool. So persuasion is my main thing. I have like a +7 in it, and I roll a 1.
Oh no!
Fantastic.
Yeah, baby.
So across the line you hear, "Ow!"
Oh hell.
That's all you hear across the line.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, what?
Was
Is that
was that howling?
is that a werewolf? Because I swear to God.
Pearl, we all know space werewolves aren't real.
Yeah,
I've heard some rumors.
space werewolves. That sounds just crazy stupid.
Like, really stupid.
Who would
Who
come
would
up with?
even think of something?
Who would
like
come up
that?
with something that goofy? All right, so
Anyways.
Oh no.
Okay, Pearl, what you doing?
Is it my turn already?
It is no. It is not.
No, it is
I
not.
have
I was
to
like,
do
I
the
am
thing.
last.
You are last, that's true. So we are just going to
I'm
take
sweating.
okay, so let's do this is how we're gonna do this. Cyrus, you're piloting, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So roll a constitution save for me.
Oh jeez. No. Oh no.
Oh
Guys.
Wait, is it
We
using
just
the
started.
ship stats or Cyrus's?
Yeah, we're using the ship
Use
stats.
the ship stats.
Use the ship stats.
Okay, it's using the ship stats.
Still bad.
It's still real bad.
We're doing awesome,
Actually, that's worse
guys.
than mine. So that's
what the?
4.
Good start.
4.
On the plus side, maybe our characters will all get turned into space werewolves.
How do you guys feel about a TPK session 1?
I like the concept of Pearl getting infected with lycanthropy.
Okay, so
Hell.
It's a 4.
it's a 4. Great.
God.
Can I use my constitution? Because at least then it would be a 5.
What did
Okay,
what did you even try
so unfortunately,
Just go and roll constitution.
old Bessie, I
Don't hurt
know if
old Bessie.
is this enough? This is not enough actual space. So,
to do? It blows up.
it doesn't blow up.
Oh, okay.
But the
Are they gonna ram into us?
they're getting close. So no actual contact is being made.
Mother.
But this hunk of junk comes rushing towards you, and you're stuck in the way. You can't move. You're not hit yet, but you're very, very close. And as it gets closer, you can you're able to kind of see, like, it's just a hunk of metal. It's like it shouldn't be flying. There's rockets attached to the back of it, and it's scrungly. It's an egg. it's
just a
a bit
fucked
of
up
an
little
egg.
guy.
But it's just a hunk of metal, and on it there are wolves in, various shapes, kind of like
So,
all
are you
hanging
telling
on.
me,
Wait, they're on the outside.
yeah, that this hunk of metal with space werewolves clinging to it somehow has a transmitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's just open all the time. It's just an open line.
Great,
Anybody that gets
good,
close
good.
enough.
Yeah, it just picks up on it.
Great. Good to know.
Good to know.
Cool.
Now does this? Now here's the question. Does this put us close enough?
Are they gonna ram us? Are they gonna jump on our deck?
Yeah, are they gonna jump on us?
I swear to God.
Okay, so they're not super close. Or I mean, they're not like on you, but they are very, very close. So what's happening? Flux,
Who's up
I
next?
believe you're next. No, Pearl's next. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Pearl, what are you doing?
Pearl is going to hop on the rotary cannon.
Okay.
And so with this, it says to use the gunner's dexterity for attack and damage if it's better. How would I do that within my own sheet?
So
Do you just want me to like roll
so
straight
it would
dex?
be a dex attack. So if yours is better, then
Mhm.
like go for it. So
do you just want me to roll straight dex?
Dex or dex with proficiency?
Mhm.
With proficiency? Okay, great.
Yep, go for it.
Okay.
So dex +2.
You can also roll real dice because I am allowing y'all to roll real dice.
Power.
That's worked out so well for
I
us
know.
so far.
Yeah.
Well,
Every
I
dice
rolled
seems
my
to be-
initiative on roll 20 and it still screwed me. So
I think every dice
Roll
is hers.
20 is
Dubious.
angry. Also, I want you to know that before I rolled this too, I rolled a 20, but it was my initiative.
Yeah, your initiative.
So,
One time it doesn't matter.
14.
14. So. Yeah. Roll me the
1d10 plus 1.
1d4 plus dex piercing damage.
For the rotary cannon?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a ranged weapon attack.
The rotary cannon is a 1d6.
+1.
It says 1d4 on
Oh,
our
I'm looking at old Bessie. Jesus.
old Bessie stats.
Yeah, I'm
So
also
sorry.
looking at all Bessie. It says
Yeah.
1d6
Do we have different
plus
old
1.
Bessies?
We might.
Oh God.
That's
Wait.
okay.
oh no.
We'll figure this out.
This is post Flux's upgrades. The
Yeah,
1d6.
there we go.
I downgraded it. Sorry.
1d4 plus 4 to hit for damage.
Oh, so I had to correct Bessie.
That
I'm
is
looking
8
at
damage.
8.
Mhm.
Okay. Excellent.
Blah blah.
Pow.
Shooting
Pearl
the-
jumps on the cannon.
Shooting the ship.
How does that go? Walk me through it.
Well, Pearl will very swiftly, but of course with no emotions, because you can't. No emotions on that face. Just and like kind of like sink herself into it, and then just like just really like let it rip.
It really moves.
As the rest of us are all displaying all these emotions, Pearl's just methodically boom, 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 boom,
Boom,
open
boom,
fire.
boom. Excellent. Great. Excellent. You see that you hit the ship and it actually kind of starts careening off to the side a little bit.
Good.
Good
It's
start.
a hunk of junk in the sky with rockets on it, so it's not like gonna
I
try
prefer not to get like smashed.
Those
with
rockets
it.
are pointing one direction.
to. Yeah, they can only go one way. Okay, Flux. Now it is your turn.
Oh, back to me. Mm-hmm. So at this point, I'm going to sort of hearing
Colorado
that people are
set it to
shooting. I'm like, oh
1d6.
God, all right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave the little boiler room area that I was in, and I'm gonna walk over to something I've been working on, which is like a little like cylinder that's sort of sitting on one of the next to a few canisters downstairs, so you can't really see it. And I'm gonna crouch down, and I'm gonna press a button, and the whole thing's gonna open up into this sort of like roughly 3 foot tall metal crab that I've been working on building. That has just like these 4 little legs and a couple sets of claws. And I'll be like, right, well, this is a test run, so you're coming with me, little guy. I'm gonna pat him on the head, and we're gonna go upstairs.
Okay.
Me and my steel defender, little guy.
Fluxin is crap.
And I'm
Question?
going to get on that long cannon. Yes.
Teacher question. What's his name?
I haven't named him yet. He's
Oh.
not even done. He looks like he's half built.
I can't believe you haven't named him.
No, I've been working
You're
on it.
horrible.
Oh.
Though you don't think
Tin
machines
snips.
are people.
Snips. But yeah, I'm gonna go get on that long cannon.
Okay.
And I'm going to have my steel defender stand next to Pearl, as she seems to be the one who's most likely to be in danger right now. And he's just gonna get into a guarding position because he can't do anything right now. He doesn't have like a gun or anything.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot this thing with the long cannon.
Yeah, go for it.
And so I'm just gonna be using my dex.
Your dex or
So plus
Old
4
Bessie's
then.
dex.
I only rolled a 10.
okay. Yeah, that doesn't hit. And so does it misfire? Do you just not press the right button?
I imagine that this thing is like it takes a while to like swing around because it's this like giant gun.
Yeah. Is that the one you were fixing?
No, I was fixing the rotary cannon, which
Okay.
is why it does a D4 instead of a D6. But I'm going to flip around the long cannon, and in the process of that, I'm going to get ready to shoot, and I'm like ready to press it the second it gets there, but like right as I get it to turn around, it hits the very end of its swivel. So like I hit the very end and then shoot, so it doesn't quite actually get to
Yeah,
the ship.
okay.
And I'm like, why is there a there shouldn't be a limit to how far this thing can turn. Gotta start working on
To
reloading
be
this
fair,
stupid thing.
generally speaking, a fishing ship wouldn't need multiple cannons.
But I put this in, Pearl. I don't know why it came with this part.
All right. Cyrus.
All right, so Cyrus, seeing that this is not a friendly, he is going to try to like go on a diagonal above, but also to the side of it. So first, they can't ram us from below, but they also can't ram us from the side.
Sure. You want to just roll me a dex on old Bessie specifically, unless yours is better.
No.
Okay, it's on old Bessie's dex.
Oh. Okay,
That's pretty good, actually.
it nearly hit 1. It's 14.
Okay. Yeah. So, using your action, you like take the entire ship and you like pull up on the joysticks essentially, and it goes and like goes up and over, and everyone starts to like tilt a little
Cannons
bit.
Hold on to
around.
yourselves.
I don't have a way, unfortunately, on this map to showcase Z space, so we're just gonna say that you're kind of over top-ish of this guy. I don't know why it won't let me.
Brady, what do you mean you don't have like a 3D modeled map?
You
Why
know-
didn't you prepare this?
Because I didn't even make the map.
Just like a perfect rotating 3D model.
Whoosh.
It's like, yeah, well, of course we have the budget for that.
Obviously. And the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not like I dropped a video or anything.
Nah. Watch that, by the way. Al dente.
Al dente. Okay, so you guys are above. Are you doing anything else, Cyrus?
No.
Okay.
Not at the moment.
Cool. So we are above. Old Bessie is above the moon scraper, which is the name of this ship because it's
Does it-
scraping moons.
Does it have that painted like really roughly on the side?
No,
or
there's some
something?
other words on the ship though, which I
okay.
am going to show you here because we are close enough for deck to deck here. And what's going to happen is something later after Hieronymus' turn. But oops, that's the wrong one.
We're
I'm so
above
sorry.
them.
We're above them, so
Oh.
you're above them. So just
Wolves rule.
yes. It does say wolves rule on the ship. That's what's scraped into
You
the
know what?
side.
They might be onto something.
You know, actually.
Wolves are pretty cool.
Wolves are pretty cool. So we're above the ship now here. Hieronymus, what are you doing?
So Hieronymus is going to, assuming that this is a legit maneuver, still talking into the comms, he is going to look at the, noticing that Pearl has blasted them with the rotary cannon, and Cyrus has pulled off this cool maneuver to zip past them. Hieronymus is going to shout into the comms, "Ha! You guys just got faced by a fishing boat. You suck!"
Yes.
Then they all become
that's gonna be a
enraged.
vicious mockery.
What do I have to do for that? Is it just hit?
Is that red one more important? Is he bigger?
Maybe.
Good question.
Good question. What do I have to do for vicious mockery?
It's a 3 psychic damage.
It just hits.
It just hits. Well, they
Okay.
get a spell save,
They have to make a wisdom saving.
wisdom
Yeah.
save, DC 13.
Well, Well,
Ooh,
I don't know if this
disadvantage on
would
the
surprise
next
you or not.
attack roll.
Werewolves.
It hits one of them. So.
Werewolves aren't necessarily good.
Wait, if you vicious mockery over comms, can you hit like an entire like supermarket or something?
I'm gonna try it as soon as we get on the vid screen channel. I'm gonna viciously mock the entire universe.
What did you say that the save was?
It's DC 13. It's telling me here in the.
Cool. The one werewolf that was listening to you got an 8.
Nice.
Great.
That werewolf
So
is having a time.
3 damage.
psych.
And disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay. So
Poor single wolf.
yeah,
guy.
there's this. So we'll just say that like this guy was like directly under you and could actually hear like your voice on top of the comms because you were close enough, and was like.
I mean,
kind of feel bad for that werewolf now, actually.
Werewolves didn't like that.
oh,
actually.
okay. So you feel bad for the werewolves, but not for me. That's cool.
I feel bad for
guess.
living creatures.
Why is
We're gonna throw
this is
down.
this is not a PvP show?
I just want to be very
Yes.
clear.
It's about to be.
That is literally not how Flux thinks at all. I just really like antagonizing it.
Yeah, it's not Flux versus Pearl, it's Robin versus Ian. Why they're on
put our
opposite sides of
goggles
the table. Okay. All right. So we are on. We're close to deck combat here, but basically what I'm gonna do is, Cyrus, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Me or the ship?
The ship. Old Bessie.
Okay.
Sorry, Old Bessie.
Important
you're,
distinction.
you're piloting.
God, you are the worst.
8.
Great, cool. So you don't go anywhere. You are above them, and the 3 of the werewolves haul up some chains and throw them up on your ship, and end up hooking onto the side of the ship. And now you are stuck
Cyrus,
to each other,
we have a problem.
and you can't necessarily leave from each other in this particular situation. So now you are attached.
This ship is not meant for fine turns.
So that is what the Moonscraper has done, and that takes us into our deck-to-deck combat here.
Folks.
So that takes us out of, if you want to do an action for Old Bessie, you certainly can, but in deck-to-deck you can also do it as yourself, which you are not on this map, so I am going to
Just
put
about
you
to ask.
on the map.
I think this is
needs
the
some-
long cannon, so I'll be over here, I guess.
Yeah. Perfect. Excellent. Great. Pearl, you're up. What you doing?
Okay. Are they too close for the cannons?
Roll dexterity and see if you can get the cannons pointed straight down.
As Pearl just rips it off the ship and starts gunning. It's like a full minigun.
Okay, that's only a 10.
Okay.
So
No.
we're too close for the cannons.
Yeah.
All right.
So you are directly above the ship. So the ship is underneath you. You're
So
attached
where
via.
is it's attached underneath our
so,
ship?
so they threw up chains, and so there's three chains going from the Moonscraper. So sorry about the microphone.
Are they chains we could hypothetically throw off, though, or are they connected to the bottom?
There are hooks that went over the side, right?
Oh, okay, cool.
So we could take them off if we needed to.
Yep.
I mean, we do need to.
I mean, we need to.
I mean, so let me say this too, though. They're not just hooks. They're like, I've explained this to you
Clamp
before.
on.
Yeah, like Doc Ock arms of like.
Oh
like,
yeah, so
into
it's like
the-
got like the 4 bits that open up and go and
Yeah.
like to sink in.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not like you can just pick it up.
That's
and
what my
be
crab
like,
has for his little leg.
"Rude." Ah,
so he can stick.
It's the same mechanics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cool.
I'm like, oh, that's familiar. I like your engineering.
Who's your engineer? I need to talk to him. Okay, excellent. So Pearls, that's your turn. Flux, you're up.
Right. Oh, that's me. Okay. I don't have a little guy for my steel defender, but he's standing next to Pearl right now. So there's no wolves on the ship, right? But
Nope.
are they like climbing the chains?
They're trying to, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to I'm going to sling this super homemade weapon that I've been working on off my back, and I'm going to sort of like pull a lever on the side, and it's got like this rotating barrels that has like a few crystals sticking out of it. And I'm going to sort of go over to the side. I'm going to be like, please, 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 please do not break. And I'm going to aim down, and I'm going to try to shoot one of them in the face.
So how does this work? So I want to just for the audience talk a little bit about some of the game mechanics that we have.
Right, so I almost started talking as Flux, because he
Please
totally
do.
would. But we've been working on the concept of magitech. So these things where it's a combination of actual technology, and when we can't find a way to use actual tech, we fill it in with magic, which is all powered by crystals. So basically, Flux has created what is effectively like a repeater rifle, but it shoots laser beams, and the only reason it can do that is because it has like a series of crystals sticking out the side that every once in a while I need to replace with different magic crystals. So it is super janky looking. There's bits of like gears and little bits of steam sort of coming off of it, but it looks roughly like a rifle.
Okay.
And so I'm going to aim it off the side of the ship, and I'm going to try to shoot one of the werewolves.
Cool.
I am moving over the other way, by the way. Oh, that's not good.
We're just
It didn't break though. It just isn't good.
great. So we're hitting a werewolf.
Yep, I rolled a 9.
We're doing fantastic.
Yeah, you're doing good.
This is an auspicious start to our piratical careers.
Though, to be fair, this feels like the epitome of what this menagerie is.
Yeah.
We don't normally fight people.
So you don't hit the werewolf. The laser does make a small hole in the ship, though.
I'm gonna sort of pull out one of the crystals that sort of went dark and put a different one in. All right.
Don't want to know where you're getting these crystals.
Gonna sling it over my back again and be like, "Hey, over here!" And I'm gonna sort of whistle, and that little crab thing that was sort of next to Pearl's gonna and sort of begin to skitter across the deck. And I'm gonna have it try to get those chains off of it. It's gonna try
Okay.
to use its strength to pull it off. I don't know how you want me to do this. If you just want me to like roll and add strength modifier plus or. I don't have proficiency in athletics or anything, so it would just be strength, maybe.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So, roll. Yeah. Just roll a straight strength check, and.
Well, I guess I should ask before I do this.
Yeah.
Would it be easier for me to pry it off or break it?
I mean, I can tell you that there is hit points to this, so it's resistant to some things too. So
Okay,
it's
well,
pretty chain linked.
I am going to have it try to break the device, so maybe it'll let go with the clamps, because
Okay.
that seems to be an issue. So I'm going to use the creature's a force-empowered rend ability.
Okay.
Rolling terribly. That's a 10. 10 to hit.
No, not to hit. But you do like take a chunk out.
I can roll damage on that. Actually, wait, I didn't hit, so...
No, it's just like a a sliver comes like flying back towards you. Okay, cool. That's you and your
this isn't
friend.
going well, guys. Like, hurry up and get us out of here.
Okay, excellent. Cyrus.
Cyrus is gonna groan. He's like, ugh, and he gets up, and he's going to walk over to where the chains are.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to try to grab one and then just yank it off. But also, like, stop for just a second just to look at the hole. He's like, "You're
What?
firing at us."
No, I hit the other ship.
It did. It
Oh,
went
okay.
through the other ship.
Well,
That's just a little singe mark. It has a lot of heat, like way too much.
It adds
All right.
character to old Bessie.
Yeah, there we go.
Because that's what she needed.
so just it's straight strength.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Strength. Oh my, Liz. I swear.
Aren't you supposed to be the strong one?
wait. If she raged, would she have advantage on it?
No,
No, you're
I
not gonna
wouldn't have
rage.
advantage.
Shoot. I thought I might have an out for you.
No, I wouldn't have advantage. But that's
So it's not one. That's what it was.
It's not one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Okay.
you okay?
So
What happened?
yeah,
My luck is what happened. I warned you guys.
I need you to walk me through what happens.
So Cyrus is gonna go ahead, and he is going to be able to grab onto it.
Mm-hmm.
But before walking out, he was like getting ready to actually pull one of the javelins out and pop it out, and he dropped it when he saw that they were clamped on. So he goes to grab it, and then he slips and just falls straight backwards.
Comedy
Onto
of
his
errors. No.
Falls right back onto his back.
Excellent. Very good. Okay.
boy.
Yeah, so there's definitely still chains attached to you.
Yes.
Unfortunately. So okay. So next would be Hieronymus.
All right. Hieronymus shouts over to Pearl. Pearl, can you light these guys up with some of your lighten up things? You know, pew pew.
I suppose.
Good. Do that. And I'm going to use his what would be a reskin of the Bardic Inspiration thing to give you an inspiration die. So for 10 minutes, you can add a d6 to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome. So you can, if you need it, you can use it.
Cool.
In the meantime, then, he's going to look back down over the thing, and he's looking at the same dejected werewolf from before. And he's going to say, Hey, you golden retriever down there. Hey, I got a ball up here you can run and fetch.
Slowly killing one specific werewolf.
That one who's already sad.
Am I taking more?
You are
Psychic damage?
So this is going to once again be the vicious mockery of
Okay.
Hieronymus Bibble. It's going to be 4 psychic damage, again with the DC 13 Wiz save.
Okay. Wisdom save. That's a 5.
Yeah.
Wow, you're putting in work. I'm gonna be honest.
He looked even sadder now. He's
Sitting in like haunches, like not even trying to climb up the chain anymore.
got his head down between his paws there.
He's so sad.
God. Okay, excellent. So great. One is being slowly mocked to death. Good. Excellent. Okay. So
Depression.
You
yeah.
did.
Depression's a bitch. let me
As
tell
we
ya.
are,
Oh, it doesn't use ammo.
mocking one specific werewolf, which is very good, actually. The remaining ones are going to try to get up the chain
Can
onto
we mark
your ship.
which one's being mocked?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put the one that's being mocked. It's actually now really far away. So this guy over here has not appeared yet. So our 3 werewolves that are trying to climb up all 3 chains. They are. I'm gonna try to give them an acrobatics check here.
Maybe they'll roll as poorly as we have been.
Well, the first one rolls a 14, so I think that one's doing well. The second one rolls an 11, and well, there's that one. So, 2 of them are really on their way up. They're at the top of the chains, is what's happening there,
Oh.
and the first one swipes out. Who's closest to this first one? If I could potentially press the right button. Cool. So the first one swipes out at Flux here. So they're gonna take a big old swipey for a.
Just try it. I have like this gun that's like on fire.
15. Does a 15 hit?
That misses.
Okay, cool. So the first one does a swipe, and then
Gonna
this.
hit a little button on my side, and this like sort of like shimmering blue field appears in front of me for just a second.
I like it. I like it. The second one is gonna swipe at Hieronymus as well, and that is an 11.
That will also miss.
Okay, cool. So they've got one hand on the chain, and they're trying to like do big swipes, and I am going to.
You okay over there?
Every time I try to do a fun little motion, my microphone falls off. I'm like, yeah, I'm an actor. No.
Nope, not allowed.
Not allowed. Okay, so they're climbing up the chain, one hand over the other, and then they try to do like a big swipe, and it just like is too much for both of them. They end up like catching themselves off balance, and then they are like hanging off with their claws extended, like, oh, oops, this was a mistake. And that is the werewolf's turn. Okay, so next is Pearl.
So, you
Get 'em.
said this red one is not here yet.
No, you don't. This red one is just an indicator that I forgot to put away.
Whoops.
He's hanging out. You see it like on a very, very edge of the metal. You see like a bigger werewolf that's just like all bristly and kind of like in hunting mode, but is not yet come over to the chains. So you can see this werewolf. I will
Okay.
say that.
How far away is he?
Good question.
If it's accurate, then that's 25
Yep.
feet.
Yep. Each square should be 5 feet. Thank you, Jesse.
Great. I am going to, well, would he be able to hear me?
At 25 feet? Yeah, I think so.
Beautiful. You gonna yell at him?
So I am going to cast Suggestion
Okay.
at the big scary one.
Uh-huh.
He needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, which is 13.
Okay. That is a 14.
The one time.
The one time.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say to him? What suggestion?
Yeah, what did you try?
I was gonna tell him, you guys should go home. Your families miss you.
Oh. I think
And then he's like, my family's dead.
you say that and like like ears perk up and this werewolf like looks around and then looks up at the werewolves on the chain and is like,
And then it remembers that sound doesn't travel through space.
In space, no one can hear you mock.
but basically is like, my family misses me. They're right there.
Ooh, what?
What? So is that your only thing you're doing?
Yeah, it's an
Okay.
action, so.
Perfect. All right, that brings us back to the top of the order. Flux, what we doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna pull another lever. I'm gonna quickly cycle so more crystals sort of appear on the top of the thing. I'm gonna look over the side. How these guys are like right on the edge of the deck, right?
Yeah, like they're on the chains right on the edge of the deck. They're trying to come on up over.
Okay, and then there's that one at the bottom there. He's like currently, he's less close, or did he like is he just like still on the ship or what's
No,
going on?
they're still hanging on the chain.
Okay.
They got off balance because they were trying to do a big swipe at you.
Okay, I see what's going on. I just wanted to have a
well,
a
this
better
and this one failed. So
visual.
there's one at the bottom of the chain that's like,
So I am going to. I wish I brought that today. Shoot, brought the wrong spell.
dang it.
I'm going to attempt to charm one of them.
Okay.
I'm going to sort of turn around and be like, this isn't working. What do we do? And I'm going to quickly sort of press a couple things on my wrists, sort of like gadgets that I have. I'm going to press a button, and this like pinkish mist just goes poof, like out towards one of these werewolves.
Yeah.
I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I think technically he has advantage because we're fighting him. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, so wisdom save.
Also, these guys might not be people. It's up to you to decide if they're humanoid or not.
They are humanoids.
Okay.
So that is a 17.
Yeah, that definitely passes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be like, all right, that's not working. Gonna take like a step back and I'm gonna whistle again. I'm gonna have my little crab buddy come over and try to punch that guy in the face
Okay.
because he didn't fall for my charm, so now he dies.
What? So you just rolling a straight punchy?
He's gonna use one of his snip claws. He's
Okay.
gonna try to stab him.
Stab him.
Woo, it's 20.
Yeah!
Not nat 20, just normal 20.
Normal 20.
Still
I'll take
20.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
We actually did things.
For sure.
I rolled a 1 on a d8. So that means 3 whole points of damage.
3 whole
You know
points
what?
of damage.
A little bit of damage is better than no damage.
I'll take it.
So-
But I moved back and I had the crab sort of like cycle into place. So if that werewolf wants to take a attack roll against me on the way out, he can.
I am
do
literally mocking a werewolf to death, and a crab stabs somebody. You're like, "Yay, we finally did something!"
that. All right, sorry. We finally did physical damage.
I don't know. That one werewolf seems really sad.
Am I
physically
getting hit on the way
depressed.
out, Brittany? As I move away from these guys? Do they get? Okay, no attacks.
No attacks. Great. Cyrus, what are you doing?
Okay, so first is gonna get up.
Yeah, off the ground, like,
yeah,
"Whew."
get up off the ground, really pissed. And Cyrus is gonna rage.
All right.
And for
Get
description for
'em.
that, when he rages, his eyes start to glow in a gold, and there are cracks that start to form along the scales around his eyes.
That is rad as hell.
And oh boy, let's go to that table. Suddenly there's a small little like weird golden orb that is rotating around him.
Okay. Cool.
What?
Yep.
Orb. Great. Orb.
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 Or
But
There
I
is an
think
orb.
that's it because I had to get up this turn.
Okay.
So
Okay.
You still have an action. You just used half your movement to stand up.
true.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna send that is. There are werewolves on deck now, right?
There's a werewolf by Hieronymus. There's a werewolf where Flux just moved away from, who just got punched in the face. And then there's a werewolf. There's 2 werewolves on the ship, and there's 3 werewolves on the ship below you.
Okay. Going to turn to the werewolf. Going to turn the werewolf next to Hieronymus, you said?
Yeah, that would be the one that's up on
Yep.
the top of the chain. Yep.
And going to send the orb of light towards him.
Okay, you're sending an orb at him.
Yep.
What does the orb do?
It is going to go over to him and it's going to explode. It's going to have to save on a dexterity.
is there like a radius for that?
Yeah. Does
Like, are
anybody
we
else have
all
to
in
save
trouble, or
It says an intangible spirit appears within 5 feet of one creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet. So
Dex? Okay.
just that one.
We'll just say it's like very directed. So you said a dex save?
Yep.
Okay. 12.
Yeah, it's far enough.
But that's going to be.
I assume against your. spell
It's
save.
actually going to be. Yeah.
Your DC is 8 plus proficiency
13.
plus con.
So
Okay, so no. So gets smacked in the face. How much
Yeah, it's gonna get
damage? How
smacked
much
in the
damage am I
face.
taking?
4 1d6 force damage. So you got 6.
Okay. All right.
yay!
Cool. So thank you, Rage. I assume.
Yeah.
Are you not smacking?
All right. We are going to
Nice.
roll through Hieronymus' turn, and then we are going
There's a
to
reason why.
pause for this game and pick up again next game. So
Ooh.
Hieronymus, what we got?
The crab.
So you said that one of these werewolves was down at the bottom of the thing.
There is one at the bottom of the chain, right where Pearl was at. There's the sad one that you've been mocking all the way on the other side of the ship, and then there's one diagonal from you that is bigger and badder looking.
So these 2 that are like the one that's right in front of my face there is like they're still right in front of my face.
That's the one that just got hit with the orb. So yeah, I mean didn't like fall off the chain.
All
so.
right, cool. Then I'm going to look at that one, and so Hieronymus starts saying, "Oh, who's a bad dog? You're a real bad dog. Oh, you're such a bad dog." So we're gonna hit him with some dissonant whispers.
Oh my God. Okay. What is? How do I? How?
He's a bad dog. Ooh, roll up newspaper for you. So that is going to be.
It's like what I do with my dog. It's like, were you bad today? And she's like,
My dog just recognizes positive and negative emotion. So if you say, "Were you bad?" she's like, "Whoa, yeah."
heck yes, I was.
Sure.
So that is going to be a DC 13 Wisdom save, 7
Okay.
psychic damage.
Nope. That's an 8. So
All right.
7.
Fail all your
Psychic
saves.
And
damage.
on a failed save, it takes damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Okay. Slides down the chain.
Yeah.
Is at the bottom of the
like,
chain.
what's the length?
We'll say 20 feet.
All right.
Cool. All right. Well, that takes us to. We'll start up next with the werewolves next session. And in the
Cliffhangers.
meantime,
This is going well, I think.
yeah, I think you guys are doing a great job. In the meantime, we are now at the end of our first episode of Health Hits Experience. thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for bearing with us as we kind of work out all the things. We're going to be doing this for a while, so stick around, see what happens. I am very excited to see where we go with this. So lots of fun stuff. More roleplay, more combat, more calls
Werewolves.
on the facts, all that jazz.
Calls on the facts.
Because that's how calls work. Anyways, thank you for watching. One of the things I'd like to do before the end of each show is if there is an opportunity to promote somebody on the cast or crew's work, then I would like to do that. This time, it's me! Yay! So, if you haven't seen it already, there is a new video out on my YouTube channel called Al Dente Origins. It's about 2 minutes long, so it won't take a lot of time out of your day. You could probably watch it by the time the stream ends. So, but it does feature a lovely cast, including our own Ian Headley here, who gets blasted in the face with pasta.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
It's a behind the scenes on my Facebook, Instagram. It was just spaghetti in a cannon.
Yeah.
And it was great. And I think it turned out really well. So thank you so much for watching. Today's adventure was brought to you by myself and Colorado Brown. Hopefully on screen you should see some credits of everybody involved in this show who has made this show possible. Music sound effects were provided by Sirenscape. Today I was using the idle sound effect in the engine room, which I was very much enjoying. And I cannot wait to press some of these other buttons Sirenscape has for me. Thank you to Brandon Montgomery and Molly Cook in the control room for making all of this happen. Thank you to our moderators on the Twitch stream for just being there and making sure that the Twitch stream runs effectively. Special thanks to Community Access Media for the use of their facilities and equipment. And thank you to you for watching. Join us next week on our next space adventure as we see, can we fight these werewolves? Who do we know werewolves?
Who do we know
Those were
werewolves?
also not really
Is this
words.
more pirate speak?
Is this who do we know werewolves? And who do we know help his experience? Thank you for watching. Arg so long. Bye.